G'day, dribblers. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you with us in our very own Dungeon of Dribble for another episode of Take the Two. Just four out of shape armchair window licking critics who have absolutely no idea how to string a sentence together. Exhibit A. This week we're going to do things a little bit different because obviously we're a day after the Origin. We're pressed for time, and I've got to go and watch the girls play in the State of Origin. So
Go
I'd
to
rather
blue.
be watching them than talking to you, bloke. So we're going to skip a few things today. The weekly dribble's gone, the keyboard warriors, and a few other things out of there. But just a quick update on the Greyhound syndication. We've had a good response from that. At the moment, we sit at 10 interested people, which is cool. The more the merrier. We've still got a few weeks before we finalise the numbers. So if you're keen to get in for about as little as $10 a week, give us a ring or send us a message on 0487 658 696. Rightio, boys. How are we going to start off tonight? We're going to talk about last night's Origin game one up at Suncorp. The Blues 18 defeated the Morons 6. Who wants to have first input?
I'll go.
You going to have a go? Bossy, good on you, mate.
What the fuck are you wearing that blue shit for? Fully?
Why is that?
Didn't you take Queensland?
Yeah, but I'm supporting the sponsors.
Yeah,
Very
you're
good.
just all over the place. All over
What's
the
wrong with
place.
that? If I'm not all over the place, Frenchie has got enough in the video.
Just for in last night's game, I watched the game. Queensland are in massive trouble. They have got nothing. No cohesion. They've got no X factor out wide. Like Ruben Cotter is not a back rower. He offers nothing. He tackles. Don't get me wrong. He made a few tackles, but they've just got nothing. And the problem with Queensland, as you know, they stick with the tried, so they probably won't make any changes. Everyone's talking about dropping Evans, but they won't drop Evans. Obviously their discipline let them down, but New South Wales are just too dominant. Like that scoreline could have been 30-40 at halftime if they took their chances. So I just don't know where Queensland are going to go to. Like I don't even think New South Wales got out of second gear. So I think it's our time to dominate Origin, and we need to make the most of this because Queensland, honestly, I don't. They've got no one to come in anyway. So maybe they're talking to Reece Walsh, but yeah, suck fucking shit. The Maroons, use it gone.
I'm glad this is recording. Oh, this is
Fucking gone. This is going to
Yeah,
be a big. This is going to be massive. 8 in a
uh,
row. Here we go.
I'll have to agree with you. Maybe nine in a row. Yeah, no, I like the Blues. They pretty much did what we thought, and they went forward really well, and then they kicked on a bit, but they missed a few goals, wrecked a few multis. But yeah, they got the job done, and that's all that you want really. So yeah, we said 3-0. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, I
what
don't
was
know
your
much.
take on a Frosty?
Oh, okay.
I've got a few points. So first of all, I thought it was a bit of a scrappy game,
Mm.
which sort of disappointed me a little bit. I think Queensland they shot themselves in the foot by niggling for the first 20 minutes of the game, and I think that didn't help them at all. So I was wrong with Dylan Edwards. I said that Teddy should have been the fullback, and I thought Dylan Edwards towards the end of the game, obviously probably fatigue, he dropped a few balls, but. He to me, he killed it as fullback.
Mm.
I don't think Latrell fired. He didn't go roaming enough for the ball for my liking.
But isn't that
So,
scary?
oh, it is.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. I mean, you're right. New South Wales were probably in second gear. So there's a
Yeah.
good chance that they go to first gear in WA and murder them because I thought the way it was going after the first 20, I thought they put 50 on them. So,
Yeah. 100%.
Robert Toyer, all the critics and all the so-called journos were all saying he was going to get murdered on his side of the field, and it didn't happen. I mean, to me, he held his own, so good luck to him.
Mm.
Next one. Cameron Smith is no commentator.
Oh,
Why he's on the commentary, I do not know. He contradicts himself all the time. Channel 9 commentary was a joke. It was terrible. And last but not least, the Brian To'o sin bin was a disgrace. Like,
Terrible.
he was going for the ball, and then Coates turned into him, and then it made out like it was a tackle, and no.
Yeah.
But
Should that-
go the
should that-
Blues.
Should that not be a penalty try? Like, because there was one the other
No.
day, right? He's the last defender, and if it's worth a sin bin, it's worth a penalty try.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
either a
agree.
penalty try or nothing.
We go back to Lachlan Galvin. Remember when he was going to score? Was it Galvin and Mitch Moses had hide him in the corner? This is on Easter weekend.
that was
It was one of the. It was Taruva.
There was no head eye, though.
He
He's
got
going for the ball, and he supposedly tackled him in the air, and he got
Cost him-
sin bin. So,
It cost him $1,000, I think.
yeah, but that's not a penalty try last night, though.
Oh no, well, it's the same case. Like you get a sin bin 1 meter away from your line. Is that not worth a penalty try? It's kind of,
It's either a penalty try or it's nothing.
yeah, I'm with you.
Mm.
Penalty try or nothing. Play on.
Come on, El Presidente, load up.
no. So when they just on that penalty try or the penalty sin bin, when everything's in slow mo, there's that many different variances that can come into it, right? So when the kick goes up, Coates is obviously 6 foot whatever, and Toto's about your
Exactly.
stuff, Rusty.
Yep, in a wheelchair.
Yeah, so Toto goes to jump up, and if you look at it, in my opinion, Toto cops a little bit of a nudge off the ball, right? So your natural instinct is you're going to fall. So your natural instinct is to grab something to try and soften the fall, right? So that's what he's done. But then it comes across as he's been tackled in air, and then the fact that Coates drops the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So was it a sin bin?
No.
Probably not. Do I care? No, because New South Wales won. But if it was the other way around, I'd probably be blowing up about it. I can see, it's just interesting how when you hear both coaches comment on it, Laurie says, no, it was okay. And Billy goes, yeah, well, it was a sin bin. Well, of course. That's how it is. And if they're not like that, we don't have anything to talk about because we need arguments and whatever. And the other thing, Cameron Smith, wow. So as you all know, in the first 20 minutes, New South Wales were rolling through them in the middle. They were making anywhere from 45 to 60 metres each set. And what New South Wales were doing was kicking high and kicking long to give their defensive line a chance to get at Ponga and whoever the wingers were. And then on the other hand, Queensland were only making 35 metres maximum, so they were kicking from their own 40 all the time. So this was in the first 20 minutes, and Cameron Smith has the eye to say, oh, it's pretty evenly balanced at the moment. And I'm thinking, what is he watching?
Yeah.
And then
They're
Joey steps in and says, oh, I think, no, New South Wales are well on top. It just goes to show they Queenslanders, they're so biased when they're commentating, and especially obviously on Channel 9. Like, you only have to hear when in the past when Ben Hunt made a break and I think he scored the try, and you hear Cameron Smith going, go Dozer, go Dozer. Like, as a commentator, you're not supposed to be saying that. You're supposed to have opinions and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, and then you go down to whoever else, like even interviews with Sam Thaiday asking stupid questions like,
Yeah, I don't like him. He's a fucking idiot. Seriously.
and then on the Channel 9 thing, like early on in the game, they had the overhead view, and I thought, oh, here we go. I don't have to put up with this crap. I think they only showed it once. But then what they were doing is they were showing a close-up of the play the ball and whatever, and all you seen across your screen was the cables from the overhead.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's 3 different cables, and as annoying as that was, then instead of showing it further back where we wouldn't see that, you can't see how far because you think they're offside because they're always running up quick. They're getting in their face, but you can't see it when it's a close up to the ruck. So
Yeah.
in normal viewing, when it's further back, you can say, oh, hang on a minute, he's got him back 10, 12 meters or whatever.
Yeah.
But when it's a close up, it just looks like they're offside all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a bit frustrating. That's why, and yeah, I'm not a fan of Channel 9. They just do things like that.
You're not.
And then all the ad breaks.
There wasn't as many though. I give them credit for that.
And then you
It
miss
has been
half the
worse
time
over
you
the.
miss the kickoff. I know it's only a
Yeah.
kickoff, but it comes back live and the ball's in the air going down to whoever's catching it. Like, what happens if
It
there's
has been worse over the years though.
well, it probably was,
Yeah.
but I'm not watching
Mm.
it. Yeah, what happens if there's an offside penalty or something like that? You don't
Mm.
know, like,
Mm.
because you never see because we're watching some stupid ad.
How good was it when Queensland refused to kick to Spencer?
Was it?
He
We
still,
missed it. Yeah, but we missed it. We didn't get to see that.
Yeah, we're watching a Kia ad.
Harvey Norman.
I'm working at a remote site this week, and I'm in some accommodation that's pretty terrible. And that's why I didn't watch the game because it was all blurry. I didn't miss half the tries. But you know what happens when the ads come on? The picture is perfect. It's crystal
yeah,
clear,
that's shit. Yeah. Yeah.
and I got to watch all that Telstra ad without an interruption. And then they come back to the kickoff, and I can't even see who's kicking off. I forget because my internet was that bad. So that's why I don't have many opinions about the game. But I saw the score. It's 18-6. And yeah, happy days. And go Telstra.
You want to do a podcast on the ads? And we'll just sit there like we don't know what we're talking about.
That's it. That fucking Telstra ad.
Yeah, but seriously, Queensland, they're in trouble.
I think they'll pick. Oh, so they won't drop Cherry Evans. They can't.
No, they won't.
He's the
No, they
captain.
won't.
He can't. No.
Mm.
They might change the bench around. I think they need someone like Big Red from Canberra, Corey Horsburgh.
Definitely. Yep. He'll
Yeah.
come in for sure.
I think Dearden stays on the bench as the forward. I think he should have come on a bit earlier.
Bit earlier, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But having said that, like their spine was a bit, below par last night, and I only found out today that Munster missed 10 tackles. Like that's pretty big, especially in an Origin game.
I thought
Cotter won't
Hudson
start on the
Young.
edge either.
I thought Hudson Young and probably Connor Watson probably should have come on a bit earlier too.
Yeah, well, I thought definitely
Mm.
Connor Watson.
Mm.
He was doing all right, Robson, but
Robson did all right. Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Mm.
But definitely Cotter has to go. He's not an edge player. They just need this is where you wish you had a fit, hungry David Fafita. Just a bit of X factor. Someone that can just
we don't, but they do. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But they don't have that anymore. You know what I mean? Like they just I don't see who they're going to bring in that's going to make any difference. Like you say, Big Red, but that's not points. That's just aggression and passion. Like they should have that anyway.
Queensland normally jump on the back of that.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's all. If that's all they can bring in, then they're in trouble.
Because Tino was terrible.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, he was like probably man of the match in Origin games, Origin series. He did his ACL, missed the season, come back with the Titans, terrible, and then this year again terrible, and he was terrible last night.
Yeah, they just weren't allowed to do anything really. Like you said, Ponga was caged in. I don't see what Reece
What about the
Walsh's going
Hammer?
to do any different. But yeah, the Hammer. Like I don't think he
was
touched
my
the ball in
pick
the first 25.
He was my
You
pick
know
for man
what
of
I
the
noticed
match.
about him? He just run to the line and dropped straight away. Never tried to burn someone on the outside. What do you reckon, French?
Well, I think Frosty. What?
What do you think of Hammer's performance?
What? I don't get it. Is that a joke?
You couldn't see.
I don't know. He couldn't see the ball.
No, but
Yeah.
he instead of trying to burn his opposition on the outside, he just hit and drop and like it just goes to show he's only an open field player.
Open, yeah.
You know what I mean? He scores a lot of his tries through open field. Like
The other thing too, fully last night, New South Wales, their line was straight across. In years gone by, we've always been stagnant to a degree, and that's given Hammer the opportunity to duck through. But the boys, the virtue of the whole game, they just kept coming up as a line.
Yeah,
And
well,
it was awesome to see.
Crichton's
because-
a freak.
that's because they left Nico Hines out. So
Very good.
Yes.
yeah, Crichton was good as well, obviously. So yeah, I
But
thought
yeah, yeah.
maybe Crichton has Lomax did some good things. Even Hudson Young, except
I
he
think Lomax
had
was
some
good.
shitty offloads. But no, there's a few good players. Few
Stephen
good
Crichton.
plays.
Stephen Crichton killed it.
freak.
Ah,
Yeah, freak.
he was covering 2 or 3 spots at one stage when Tyro was off.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Well,
But yeah, it just
Lomax got over 200 meters. Tyro wasn't far behind, and considering he spent 10 minutes on the
in the bin.
in the bin. Dylan Edwards showed his worth. Like,
Mm.
when you got those two wingers pumping in, Edwards just comes in. He does the hard yards as well. Where as good as Teddy is going, and as good as Teddy is a good player, I'm glad they picked Edwards because he just knows where to be. He knows when to be there,
Yeah.
and he doesn't
overplay his
away.
hand.
Yeah, exactly. So that worked out good. Latrell, I thought, was really good in the first half. He didn't have to do much, but he did a couple of really good things. Got in their face a bit, but he made a couple of blunders in the second half, and which I thought, here we go, Queensland are coming back. They weren't good enough. The halves were a bit clunky at stages, but they didn't really have to do much, you know. And then as all the forwards were pretty good. I don't think there's a bad forward. I don't know what everyone's saying about him, but your mate Frenchie Liero,
yeah, junk.
as good as a player he might be, or in a good team at Melbourne, I don't think he's quite up to Origin standard. But having said that, he's got 16 other mates out there that should be having a bit more of a dig. But every time I see him last night, I was thinking of French. I thought, I wonder if French is cursing him.
Oh, that's sweet. You think of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not an impact player. He's just like a starting lock or whatever he plays. Yeah, I'm not I don't rate him. I don't rate him at all. I think
he's just a tackler.
Yeah, I don't think he's creative. He's good at highs. He's good at giving away penalties with the ball. That's pretty much all he's good at. Bad things. Losing matches for Melbourne.
Yeah, the other thing that I noticed last night, there's a few head clashes, and there was
they stay on.
Like,
they stay on.
Peno copped a big.
Yeah, Shiner. Yeah,
and
he should have gone off. Yeah.
Harry Grant got split here.
He was gassed, wasn't he? Gassed.
Moses copped a whack.
Yeah, that was Tino's.
Was it? And I thought
Tino, yeah. They'd go off in NRL.
Friendly fire. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely interesting. Like, I'm sure we'll find out who's playing this week, but all in all, it was a good result. It's hard for the Blues to win up there at Suncorp. So they've done it 2 in a row now. And then moving to Perth in a couple of weeks' time. Queensland don't travel very good, especially to the neutral ground. So, but having said that, basically everyone thinks the pressure's on Queensland, but probably there's more pressure on New South Wales because they were so dominant last night and they're probably expected to win. So this is the one where they've got to put the foot on.
Did you guys see Laurie talking today about if he was a player still, he still would have been partying and the boys stopped early?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. He said, how did the boys party? He said, they partied till probably 1 o'clock and had a few drinks. But if I was still playing, I'd be still going.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny. Yeah.
It's changed now.
Our times have changed, yes.
Yeah.
But he admitted too, like, the job's not done, which is good.
They can't lose.
Oh, please.
Well,
I'm telling you, they can't
You said
lose.
it about the Eagles last week.
I was disappointed when it got out to 4-0 and then there goes the old 3-0 scoreline. So I was thinking of you then, Bossy.
They'll be $1.45.
You reckon?
Yeah.
That'd be the shortest in a long time.
Hey, that Lucas, is he a Queenslander?
No. He's
Oh.
New South Wales.
That's all I can think of to come in. I thought he was a Queenslander, but yeah.
That's the thing. Do they make massive changes, or they just make
Yeah.
a couple, or because they're old pick and stick for Queensland? So
But they've got Colbo, Murray Talangi, Ezra Mann, Hunt, Walsh,
Well, yeah.
Horsburgh, like Vossi said,
but they're all back.
for feeder.
Sure. I
A
think so.
couple of forwards,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's a pity about Fafita because that's who they need right now.
not a pity. Who cares?
Oh, I'm just talking on behalf of them. I'm talking on behalf of Fully.
Good one, Luba Lips. Do you want to add anything else to it or no?
Move
Frenchie.
on. Move on.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck
The
it.
early Crow, 3-0.
Yeah, just we may as well start talking about next year. It's done and dusted.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That worry.
No. I was scared last night. No. Yeah, no.
I wasn't one bit because I was asleep.
All right, so we'll move on to basically so we're not doing any of the normal stuff that we do. So we'll just go on to this week's games. Or who wanted to mention something about last week's tipping? Was it you?
I did.
Yeah, go on.
Yep.
Oh,
The old rookie,
God.
he got 5 from 5 last week.
Yeah.
He went totally against the rest of us.
You did too.
I laughed at him, and I just, yeah. You know what? You're going to take this, so I'll take that. He was like just pulling a rabbit out of the hat. But to his credit, he got 5 from 5, and I got fucking duck eggs. So
you never got one.
no, well, I took the draw in the last one. So
you got to do a nudie run.
if that's what you want, I don't think you want it, but yeah.
A nudie wheel.
Yes.
Oh,
good.
really?
Yeah,
Can I film it?
Do a wheelie.
No, no. Unless I'm wearing a mankini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a comment.
With that wig on.
Yes. I'm worried about you, Vossi, worrying about that wig.
I would be too.
I'm
would be
scared.
worried.
Yes.
I didn't want to point out the tipping, but since you pointed it out, then I'm going to say your tippings lately for the last 4 to 5 weeks has just been horrible. So
I've been apologising. I'll admit it.
I'm talking about.
I'm going to take your
guys.
tips. I'm going to take your tips this week.
All right, let's talk about next week's game. I'm ready to go.
Next week's games, Fully.
Ever since I was headhunting tipsters in the tippo, I've gone to shit. All right, so we'll move on to this week's games. So obviously Friday night's first one because the girls are playing the Origin very soon. We got Jubilee Stadium 8 o'clock. We've got the Dragons $1.49 versus the Knights at $2.65.
So I'm just going to do the late mail and what I've heard over today, who's in and out from the Origin. That's all I'm doing.
Yep.
So Christian Tupanu from the Dragons. How do you say his last name?
Tupanu.
Yeah, Tupanu.
Oh,
yeah.
Tuipulotu, sorry, yes.
Oh, Tuipulotu.
Sorry, French.
He's out and Lawson's in. He's the former Australian Sevens rugby star. And Val Holmes said he's backing up. And for the Knights, Ponga said he wants to back up, but O'Brien's considering resting him. But probably because of the way Sharp went last week at fullback. How good to see.
Definitely, yep.
Oh, mate, I'd keep him there in a heartbeat. And I'd probably Ponga to para. Elliott out, Croker in. I'm going the Dragons.
Yeah. I don't even want to say this week. I'll go the Dragons. I've lost the plot. Jesus, when it comes to tipping, I'm going Dragons, but geez.
Sorry, what's Ponga backing up from?
Last night.
Shit out.
I think, Dragons probably a really good pick. Yeah, that's it.
I hate to ask it. Is Flanagan playing?
He's playing halfback.
Wow.
He's actually changed numbers. He's number 7 now.
He is, isn't he? Yeah.
It might go all right.
Well, maybe they think it's going to, switching jerseys might make a difference, but it won't.
All right, on that note, I'll pick the Dragons. And then on the first game on the Super Saturday up at Seabus Super at 3:00, we've got the Titans at $3.90 versus the Storm at $1.26.
For the Titans, Hasler said all Origin players are expected to back up, even Tino. And for the Storm, the same all stars are expected to play. Storm, please.
Storm.
Titans. They're due.
You're going
Titans
to
are
lose all your
due.
points you made last week.
And maybe then with the start as well, if you want to put a little bit of cash on it.
Do you know what the start is? Have you got on in front of you?
I thought it was 12, but I'm just guessing.
No, I'd be close to that.
Look at your laptop in front of you.
In the middle of nowhere. All right.
Someone stole it. Yeah, I'll go the Storm too. And then the second game at Queensland Country Bank, 5:30. Got the Cowboys at $1.38 versus the Tigers at $3.08.
For the Cowboys, they've said all the Origin players are expected to back up. And Talangi's still out, and that Paulo's on the wing. For the Tigers, the back row for News back. And Mason, how's he go fully?
He's shit.
Is he?
Straight up shit.
Will he start, or do you reckon they're talking maybe Appy in the halves and Silver to start? Does that make sense?
Silver won't play from ever again either.
No, well, that's what they're saying. They're saying Appy might play in the halves.
I thought the Silver was not in the 17. I thought he's 18.
Hey, I'm just saying this is the info I've received.
Okay, so I think Mason will start. Yeah.
So De Silva's on the outer, really.
Yeah. He'll be wearing the same colours as your mate behind you soon.
Yeah, he's linked to Para, hey.
Yeah, now Luba lips.
So was Galvin. Whoops.
I don't know. This is a hard game because I like the Tigers, but I'm just going to go stick with the Cows at home by 30.
Like a tiger for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't want to improve on his tipping.
No,
Frenchie, you have no idea, do you? Look at you.
No, I'm thinking, but
that's why he got
You know-
5 from 5 last week.
no
Because
Galvin.
he
I
has
think
no idea.
no, Cowboys easy tip. But yeah, no Galvin. They're traveling horribly, Tigers, so gotta go Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm on the Cowboys. There's obviously no Galvin, but I reckon the boys will lift this week. He's not there, but I don't think they'll be able to sustain it. So, Cowboys by 32.
Shit.
And then the last game on the Super Saturday at Four Pines Park,
Ugh.
7:35. We've got the Sea Eagles at $2.14 versus the Broncos at $1.71. The Rock Stars.
Friggin' Band-Aid's out
Yes.
again. Tom.
Mm.
Hopper's
Tampon.
gone to fullback. Yeah, tampon. Bloody Talau returns to the wing, and Evans is going to be assessed closer to kickoff. As you said before, Frenchie, what did he do? For the Broncos, Arthurs goes to fullback, Cobbo to the wing. Both Haas and Carrigan have been named, but will be assessed closer to kickoff. I'm going to go to Broncos here. They have to win.
Yep.
They just have to win.
I'm not going to say specials, but Broncos.
Yeah, no, I can't tip. Man, they let me down too many times. Go the Broncos.
Yeah, surely Cobbo goes to fullback and after stays on the wing. Surely.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Remember early on in the year, the Frosty said something like he'd rather Lehigh instead of Ponga. Like everyone,
Ponga, yeah.
it's probably not a bad shout now.
You know what? I'll take that now.
On that note, I'll take the Rock Stars, the Broncos. And then on the Sunday, the first game at 2:00 at Acor, we've got the Rabbitohs at $2.25 versus the Warriors at $1.65.
For South, Mitchell's in big doubt. He's apparently had ice on his knee after the game, and Gray's ready to back up. Ready. He's on standby, and Campbell Graham obviously is going to play. He was 18th man, didn't get any game time. And for the Warriors, Fisher Harris returns, Berry returns to the centres, and Mitch Barnett will be assessed closer to game time. Warriors.
I don't think Barnett will play, but I'm going to go Rabbits.
Thanks for that, Frosty.
Hmm.
I think Warriors -3.5 are specials.
Whoops.
Yeah, Warriors. Warriors.
Well, I was going to pick the Rabbitohs because I think the Warriors are on the slide, but then Frenchie's chirped up and sounded pretty confident. So
Absolutely.
He did last weekend when none of us listened.
yeah, well, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna take my chances and I'm gonna go. As much as I hate them, the bunnies, I'm gonna go for them.
I think Joe Gray's better at fullback.
Yeah, will
Oh.
Cody Walker play again? Where's he?
He's
Yeah,
injured.
He's in Perth,
Go on, walkabout.
the facilities.
they've got Harvillier at 9. The spine is horrible. Do you not
Well,
look?
I thought I heard that there might be a chance of them going for De Silva for just a loan for the rest of the year.
Well, that's still going to make me bet on the Wars.
Not this game.
And then we go to Combank Stadium at 4 o'clock for the Panthers $1.58 versus the Eels at $2.39.
Battle of the West.
That's a good price for the Eels. For the Panthers, hey, they're playing good footy. You can fucking roll your eyes. You can fucking do what you want, but they're playing good footy. For the Panthers, all 5 stars have to back up because they have to win this game. And for the Eels, Penasini's out with a head clash or with concussion, and both Origin players are playing. They said they're backing up. Eels.
I'm going to do
What
a
are you
French.
laughing at,
I'm going to
Frenchie?
do. I'm going to do a Frenchie here. Parramatta are they're on the climb, but I'm going Panthers. How did I go, Frenchie?
That was good.
Let me just check. What is Sean Russell playing?
Of course he is.
Yes.
Give me the Panthers.
Yeah, I think without Warramoo Greg, I don't think the Eels. I'm on the Panthers. And then
Gold.
the final game of the round at Allianz back at 6:15 on the old Sunday night. Geez, it'd be fresh there. We got the Roosters $1.93 versus the Raiders at $1.90.
Dom Young goes to 18th man, and that guy moves back to the wing for what's the guy that played in the Senators?
Marky
Paula?
Mark.
Who?
Marky
For
Mark.
Queensland.
Oh.
Tua, is that how you
Oh,
say
yeah.
it? Tua?
Robert Toa.
Robert
Toa.
To'o.
Yeah, so he returns to the Senators, and that guy goes on the wing. I can't say his name.
Marky
And for the
Mark.
Raiders, Young will back up. Starling's out suspended, and Patty will start in his place with Levi to the bench. Roosters, they're playing good footy.
Roosters
I like
playing
that
good
guy on the
footy.
wing.
Roosters are playing good footy, but I'm
Yeah, they're
going the
playing good
Raiders.
footy. Yeah.
Raiders.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. I'd probably go with the Raiders. Not confident, but yeah, Raiders.
Yeah, I think the way the Roosters are going, they're a chance of upsetting this mob. So I'm gonna tip the Roosters. But the one question I want to ask there, boss, is how do you pronounce his name? I want you to have a crack at it. The winger.
Oh, mate, I didn't
Please,
even
just
write
have
it
a
down.
crack, just for the viewers.
Can you say his name first?
Haven't you got
Okay.
it on? Can't you look on your phone or anything like that?
I'm being taped on my phone right now.
Oh, okay. Isn't it Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did I say it
I
correct?
can say that.
Mark Nawonganitawase.
Nawonga Watawisiase.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Close enough.
He can play, but he can play.
And
I
then
got to practice it. Yeah.
we've got the Dogs, the Sharks, and the Dolphins all got the bye. So just before we move on, the question I got for you guys, how do we go with our 6-pack bets?
Rusty.
No good because I give you a bumper steer last week anyway. So, yeah.
Obviously, any bet that Frenchie had, he would have won.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah, well,
bet.
I took Para over Manly with Frosty.
Mm,
And then didn't Frenchie have a bet with you, Vossi, of someone?
mm. 6-pack here, 6-pack there, and
Yeah,
yeah,
West
No,
Coast
no.
Blues or something?
Foster's all around.
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought you had a bet with
You had
Nash
a
about
bet.
Supercoach.
No, it was with Nash.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, 10-pack.
And who won that?
Well, he wasn't here to take the bet.
Oh,
He's supposed to be on here now.
So he won.
So he won, did
Yeah,
he?
he won.
Mm.
He's killing Supercoach. He's killing it.
Just get him a 10-pack of poppers. He'll be happy.
Or Zipper-dippers.
All right. So you got anything on Supercoach there, Vossi? Or no?
Oh, pretty much I just said good luck with all the Origin players backing up. Make sure that you have your players in starting order in case there's any late scratchings.
Wow.
What I mean by that is if they're playing on Friday, make sure they're in your starting lineup and so on so. So if there's any late withdrawals, you can change your reserves. That's it, guys.
Good effort.
Thanks.
So we'll just obviously recap on our multis for last week. Hand up if you're stuffed up.
Mm.
And
We're
so,
just not gelling, boys. We're not gelling
Yeah,
at all.
we're
No,
not,
terrible.
we're not pulling in the same direction. And some of us are pulling harder than others. And some of us are flogging a dead horse.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
All right, so we got multi for this week, boys. We didn't discuss it off air. So can I
We
take,
didn't, which is
can I take
scary.
the storm?
Oh,
Again.
easy bet, yes.
Aren't I supposed to go first?
Yes, but
Because you get the easy bets every week. That's why.
I run
Well,
this
that's
division,
right.
so when it
Yes.
comes to gambling.
I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Nice. Frenchie, you
We-
might as well
hey.
go next because I'm going to go last. And
We can
what-
take super lines. Okay, we can.
How about we just plot away?
what the hell is that? Anyway,
So that means that you can take 8.5 starts, 6.5 starts.
Or 13 plus.
mm.
I
Which-
like the Warriors minus the start.
okay.
Oh,
Come
you're
on.
a fucking knob. You are a knob.
And I'll take the Broncos.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Fully.
Yes, I'm on the storm. Yeah. All good.
Is that your bet in the other one too, French?
Sure. Yeah, I love the Warriors.
Minus the start or head to head?
Minus the
You got
start.
to do that
More
off.
value.
You got to do that off air, Bossy. People thinking you've got a bloody habit.
Yeah. Conflict of interest.
Terrible. Well, yes.
There's plenty of conflicts on this podcast, that's for sure.
Gamble
Definitely no
responsibly, guys.
interest. All right, so we're going to finish off with the joke of the week. Wow.
Oh shit! I forgot a joke.
Oh,
You're
you're
pretty good at rolling one off
kidding
the
me.
tongue. Oh, I got to make up for last week. Apparently,
Shit.
no one liked mine. So, what do you
Why
got?
didn't they? Who said that? Your producer or?
Yeah.
Okay. What does a nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy have in common?
I seen this the other day. I don't
A
want.
wet nose.
Yes, very good.
Mm.
I don't know. I have the sniff.
I got sent that once, so I had to say it. I wouldn't have done it otherwise.
So
I had
people
my
are
own,
sending
but
their
yes.
stuff into you, eh? You know,
Yeah, they are. No, I've got my own as well. I've got my own ready to go, and they're telling me you have to do this. I've found this one for you. You need to do it this week. Otherwise, they get upset.
Geez,
I'm a
yours
man of
looks
the
shitty if
people,
you're
mate.
reading someone else's out.
I'm a man of the people. I've got my own. You want me to read another one? I can do another one.
You had your chance.
Can you send
Yeah.
it to me, Frosty?
Okay. Which one? That one?
I'm buggered. No, the one
Oh.
that you haven't read. Because
Oh, the one I haven't read. I can read it out for you anyway, but yeah. You want me to? Okay.
Yeah.
Where did it go? Yeah, I'm picking my own every week, and then people are saying to me, "You've got to read this one. You've got to read that one." I don't like it. A man is seated next to a kid in an airplane. The man turned to him and said, "Let's talk." The kid said, "Okay, what are we talking about?" The man, making fun of the kid, said, "What about nuclear power?" He said, very interesting topic, but let me ask you this. A horse, a cow, and a deer all eat grass, yet a deer excretes pellets, a cow flat poddy, and a horse clumps. Why? Man, I don't know. Do you really feel qualified enough to discuss nuclear issues when you don't know shit? And that was my one I was going to do. And then I'm getting people sending me message jokes, and they want me to read them out. I've got to do. I'm man of the people.
Hey,
What can I
Frosty,
say?
just do it. Just do it.
I like that one. It was quite good. Yep. There you
Well,
go.
you
That
got
was for
any
you,
more?
Vossi.
I
Yeah,
like
okay,
it.
I've got another one if you wanted me to read another one.
Next.
Pass.
What do you got? You haven't got one, have you,
Come
friend?
on there.
Yeah, I do. I do. I looked at one.
Awesome.
What kind of bees make milk? Blue bees.
Okay.
What are you hiding your face for?
Oh my gosh.
What's he been drinking?
Just crickets.
Milk. All right,
Sorry.
I got a pretty shit one. So.
El Presidente.
All right. So a guy sits down at the bar and orders drink after drink. The bartender asks, "Is everything okay, pal?" And he goes, "My wife and I got into a fight, and she says she isn't talking to me for a month." The bartender, trying to put a positive spin on things, says, "Well, maybe that's kind of a good thing, a little bit of peace and quiet." And the fella goes, "Yeah, but today's the last day."
I like that. That's good too.
Mm,
These are good
Yeah,
jokes.
one of my fans sent it in.
there you go.
Why'd the
What's
koala fall out of the tree? It was dead.
Who
I
sent
said,
you that one? Shit.
aren't you supposed to be the funny guy?
I have nothing.
Oh wow. Jeez.
Done.
You got another one?
Mm.
French, how's the socials going, French? You haven't had time to look. You
I don't know. How are they
It's all
going?
blurry.
haven't had reception.
No, I think it's been going good. I'm not sure. Let's just say it's really good. But yeah, like it, just like things. I don't know. They pop up just like them. That's it.
Don't
Like
forget,
'em.
don't forget to send us feedback.
And watch that video I put together. I thought it was pretty funny.
AGM meeting. Yep, they all loved it. Yep.
Yeah, we'll put it in the link in the description. Yeah, maybe I'll have part two if I can find some more secret footage.
That was actually my apology this week, actually, that I didn't do about the poor old Presidente, the traumatic footage.
Yeah,
Yes,
Scarred
apology
for life.
yes.
to
There
the
should have been a
council.
disclaimer beforehand, I think.
Nah,
There'll be
if you're watching,
plenty of other opportunities for disclaimers.
if you're watching these videos, you'll know you're not gonna. It's not gonna be pleasant.
You're
All
not
I
gonna,
want to know
you're
is
not going to be surprised.
why did we just hear his fullback? Why didn't we hear his whole side?
Oh, I can put it on. I
Oh,
won't
you need
edit.
to.
Okay.
Maybe I fell over or fell asleep, or I was on the karaoke machine.
That was good. That was good.
Okay. All right, leave it in.
I didn't realize I got praised by the bloke running it.
He was, wasn't he?
Mm,
He loved you.
mm.
Some people are easily pleased on the coast, that's for sure.
Quite plenty couldn't work out the old bare feet. They're going, wow,
Disgusting.
about the tinea.
Don't forget, if you want to jump on board with the Greyhound syndication guys, 0487 658 696, and obviously put some comments in for a bit of feedback and keyboard warriors. We love all that sort of stuff, and with a bit of luck, you'll get a run next week. All right, boys, that's another week of Take the Two, done and dusted, dribbled directly straight out of our dungeon. We hope you've enjoyed your brain numbing experience. Good luck with your tipping. Hopefully your teams get flogged. Hopefully Frosty learns how to back a winner and
Nah.
we can
We'll
celebrate.
get it up.
But until next week, guys, if you're ever in trouble, take the
Yeah, the
two.
Blues.
Two.
Good night.
See you,
The
boys.
Blues.